Hello and welcome to Paathashaala. Here we will discuss the independent judiciary in India. We will divide this topic into 8 parts, starting from introduction, constitutional provisions for an independent judiciary, mechanism for ensuring independence, challenges to judicial independence, measures to strengthen judicial independence, landmark cases on judicial independence, and some additional points and conclusion. Before moving on, please do subscribe to the channel. Getting into the topic. Independent judiciary in India. An independent judiciary is the cornerstone of a democratic society, ensuring that the rule of law prevails. It is essential for upholding the constitution and protecting the fundamental rights of individuals. By acting as a check on the powers of the executive and the legislature, the judiciary prevents any branch of the government from becoming too powerful and infringing on the rights of the citizens. This separation of powers is crucial for maintaining a balance within the government and for safeguarding democratic principles. The judiciary's role in interpreting laws ensures that justice is administered fairly and impartially. This impartiality is vital for maintaining public trust in the legal system. Without an independent judiciary, the rule of law would be compromised, leading to arbitrary governance and potential misuse of power. Moreover, the judiciary plays a pivotal role in protecting fundamental rights. Through its power of judicial review, it can strike down laws that violate the Constitution, thereby safeguarding individual liberties against state encroachment. This protection is especially important in a diverse country like India, where various socio-economic pressures can threaten the rights of marginalized groups. In addition to these functions, an independent judiciary ensures that justice is not only done but also seen to be done. This visibility is important for public confidence in the judicial system, reinforcing the idea that justice is accessible to all, regardless of their status or power. By maintaining its independence, the judiciary can resist external pressures and deliver judgments that are just and equitable, thereby upholding the integrity of the judicial process. Moving on to the constitutional provisions for an independent judiciary. The Constitution of India contains several provisions to ensure the independence of judiciary, reinforcing its crucial role in upholding the rule of law. One of the fundamental principles is the separation of powers among the legislature, executive, and judiciary. While this separation is implicit in the Constitution, it ensures that each branch operates independently within its domain. The legislature makes laws, the executive implements them, and the judiciary interprets them. This clear demarcation prevents any one branch from overstepping its bounds and encroaching on the functions of the others. To further protect judicial independence, the Constitution provides security of tenure for judges. Judges of the Supreme Court and High Court can only be removed through a rigorous and clearly defined process involving parliamentary impeachment. This security prevents arbitrary removal and safeguards judges from external pressures, enabling them to make decisions based solely on legal principles and the merits of the case. Additionally, the salaries and allowances of judges are charged on the Consolidated Fund of India, ensuring financial security and preventing financial manipulation by the executive or legislature. This financial autonomy means that judiciary is not dependent on annual budget approvals, which could otherwise be used as a tool to exert influence. Another critical provision is the power of judicial review, which empowers the judiciary to invalidate laws and executive actions that violate the Constitution. This function acts as a crucial check on legislative and executive actions, ensuring that all laws and policies adhere to constitutional mandates and protecting citizens' fundamental rights. These constitutional safeguards are designed to uphold the independence of the judiciary, thereby ensuring that justice is administered impartially and without external influence. Moving on to the mechanisms for ensuring independence. To operationalize the constitutional provisions for an independent judiciary, several mechanisms are in place. A key mechanism is the collegium system for the appointment of judges to the Supreme Court and High Courts. This system, comprising the Chief Justice of India and senior judges, ensures that judicial appointments are made by peers rather than by political figures, reducing the risk of executive interference. However, the collegium system has faced criticism and calls for reform to increase transparency and accountability in the appointment process. The transfer of judges is another crucial aspect of maintaining judicial independence. Transfers are managed by the collegium and are not subject to the whims of the executive. This provision ensures that judges cannot be arbitrarily moved to different jurisdictions as a means of pressure or punishment for their judicial decisions. It helps in preventing any executive overreach and maintains consistency and stability within the judiciary. Furthermore, the judiciary has the power to punish for contempt of court, which is essential for protecting its dignity and authority. This power enables the judiciary to take action against individuals or entities that attempt to undermine its authority or disrupt the administration of justice. By safeguarding the respect and independence of the judiciary, the contempt power ensures that judicial decisions are respected and adhered to, maintaining the integrity of the judicial process. These mechanisms collectively fortify the independence of the judiciary, ensuring that it can function without undue influence from other branches of government. Moving on to the challenges to judicial independence. Despite the robust mechanisms in place, several challenges persist that threaten the independence of the judiciary. Executive interference remains a significant concern. Instances of attempts to influence the transfer of judges or delaying clearances for appointments and promotions can undermine the autonomy of the judiciary. Such actions can create an atmosphere of uncertainty and pressure, potentially affecting the impartiality of judicial decisions. Legislative interference also poses a threat to judicial independence. There have been examples where laws are passed that aim to curtail the power of judicial review. By attempting to limit the judiciary's ability to strike down unconstitutional laws, the legislature can encroach upon the judiciary's role as the guardian of the Constitution, undermining the checks and balances essential for a functioning democracy. Socio-economic pressures present another challenge. Powerful individuals and groups with significant resources can exert undue influence over judges. This can compromise the fairness and impartiality of judicial proceedings, leading to biased decisions that favor the influential parties. Such pressures can erode public confidence in the judiciary and the justice system as a whole. Moreover, the lack of a robust mechanism for accountability within the judiciary itself is a critical issue. While judicial independence is paramount, there must also be effective means to address complaints and misconduct among judges. The absence of a transparent and efficient system for handling grievances against judges can lead to instances of corruption and ethical breaches which can tarnish the judiciary's reputation and integrity. These challenges underscore the need for continuous vigilance and reform to preserve the independence of the judiciary. Addressing these issues is crucial for maintaining the trust and confidence of the public in the judicial system. Moving on to the measures to strengthen judicial independence. To address the challenges faced by the judiciary, several measures can be implemented to strengthen its independence. One crucial step is to protect the collegium system while making it more transparent. Although the collegium system has been instrumental in preventing executive interference in judicial appointments, its opacity has been a point of criticism. Introducing more transparency in its functioning and decision-making processes can enhance public trust and ensure that the best candidates are appointed based on merit and integrity. Improving judicial infrastructure and resources is another essential measure. Adequate court facilities, technology integration, and sufficient staffing are necessary to ensure that the judiciary can function efficiently and independently. By providing the judiciary with the necessary resources, the government can help mitigate delays in the justice delivery system and reduce the burden on judges, allowing them to focus on delivering fair and impartial justice. Enhancing judicial accountability is equally important. Establishing a robust and transparent mechanism to handle complaints against judges can ensure that judicial misconduct is addressed effectively without compromising independence. This can include setting up independent bodies to investigate complaints and take appropriate action, thereby maintaining the integrity of judiciary. Public awareness about the importance of an independent judiciary is vital for its protection. Educating citizens about the role of the judiciary in safeguarding democracy and protecting fundamental rights can foster public support for judicial independence. A well-informed public can act as a watchdog, ensuring that attempts to undermine the judiciary are met with strong resistance. These measures collectively can reinforce the independence of the judiciary, ensuring it remains a pillar of democracy and justice. Moving on to the landmark cases on judicial independence. Several landmark Supreme Court cases have significantly shaped and reinforced the principle of judicial independence in India. One such case is the Keshwananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala in 1973, where the Supreme Court established the basic structure doctrine. This doctrine ensures that certain fundamental features of the Constitution, including judicial review and judicial independence, cannot be amended by the Parliament, thereby protecting the judiciary from legislative overreach. Another critical case is the S.P. Gupta vs. Union of India 1981, also known as First Judges case. The Supreme Court in this case asserted that judicial appointments are not solely the prerogative of the executive, emphasizing the need for a balanced approach in the appointment process. This judgment laid the groundwork for the collegium system, which was later refined in the subsequent cases. The Second Judges case 1993, formerly known as Supreme Court Advocates on Record Association vs. Union of India, marked a significant shift in judicial appointments by establishing the collegium system. The Supreme Court ruled that the Chief Justice of India and a collegium of senior judges would have the primacy in appointing judges, ensuring a buffer against executive interference. In the Third Judges case 1998, the Supreme Court provided further clarity on the collegium system, specifying that the collegium would consist of the Chief Justice of India and the 4 senior-most judges of the Supreme Court. This decision reinforced the judiciary's autonomy in the appointment process, ensuring that executive influence was minimized. These landmark cases have collectively fortified the independence of the judiciary, ensuring that it remains a robust and impartial pillar of democracy. Moving on, understanding the difference between judicial independence and judicial activism is crucial. Judicial independence refers to the judiciary's ability to operate without interference from the other branches of the government, ensuring fair and impartial justice. In contrast, judicial activism occurs when judges interpret the Constitution and laws broadly to address social and political issues, often stepping beyond traditional judicial boundaries. While judicial independence safeguards the rule of law, judicial activism can sometimes be seen as necessary for advancing justice and protecting rights in a dynamic society. The role of the National Judicial Appointments Commission is another important aspect. Established through the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act in 2014, the National Judicial Appointments Commission aimed to replace the collegium system with a more transparent and accountable process for appointing judges. However, the Supreme Court struck down the National Judicial Appointments Commission in 2015 in the Fourth Judges case, ruling that it violated the basic structure of the Constitution by compromising judicial independence. The court emphasized that allowing the executive a greater role in judicial appointments could undermine the impartiality and autonomy of the judiciary. Lawyers' associations also play a vital role in protecting judicial independence. These associations advocate for the judiciary's autonomy, resist undue interference, and work towards maintaining high ethical standards within the legal profession. By organizing protests, filing public interest litigations, and raising awareness, lawyers' associations act as a crucial support system for the judiciary, ensuring that it remains a strong and independent institution. An independent judiciary is indispensable for a functioning democracy. It serves as the guardian of the Constitution, ensuring that the rule of law prevails and that the fundamental rights of citizens are protected. By maintaining a balance of power among the executive, legislature, and judiciary, it prevents any branch from becoming too dominant, thus safeguarding democracy democratic principles. The judiciary's impartiality and ability to function without external pressures are crucial for delivering fair and just decisions. This independence is not just about preventing interference from other branches of government, but also about resisting socio-economic pressures and ensuring accountability within the judiciary itself. When the judiciary is independent, it reinforces public confidence in the legal system, ensuring that justice is accessible to all, regardless of the status or power. Efforts to protect and strengthen the judicial independence through mechanisms like collegium system, robust accountability measures, and public awareness are vital for upholding the integrity of the judicial process. Landmark cases have highlighted the judiciary's role in defending its autonomy and maintaining the balance of power, while reforms continue to address emerging challenges. To conclude, an independent judiciary is the cornerstone of a democratic society. It ensures that the government operates within the bounds of the law, protects individual rights, and delivers justice impartially. Continuous vigilance on reform are necessary to preserve this independence, ensuring that the judiciary remains a robust pillar of democracy and rule of law.